welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amelie Santini and this video is all about Notion. So I've been using Notion for about 6 months now. I started using it in the beginning of the school year. It's now winter break and I wanted to just go over my whole experience with Notion. Talk about what's worked, what's gone really well, what I've been really able to improve because of Notion, and what didn't go as planned, what I don't think is working with Notion. So first off, I think that Notion is a great platform to really organize yourself. I found that I was really able to organize my schoolwork with Notion. I've never missed an assignment. I've never not turned it in this year because of Notion. I think that's great. I think that's great improvement from last year. I love using Notion to put all my assignments in one place. Something that really worked is my whole 10th grade, basically homepage. This is what I use to organize everything about school. So it's kind of just the place to put everything that's happening for school. I also love that it's color coded. It's just the first thing I see so that I can get in mindset of okay, this is what I need to do. Then I have this huge database for APUSH actually that works really well, in which I just put everything that I've ever done the whole school year in this database. It has from homework to test reviews to quiz reviews to articles that I read and took notes in classes, everything. And I love that about APUSH because especially since I have to take the APUSH test by the end of the year, in May, I can literally look back at everything that I've done. Something else that's worked. Notion is great for my YouTube video planning. I also have this whole school database with all the assignments that I've done, and this is directly related to my calendar that I have, which is when everything is due. And I love this calendar because it has literally everything school-wise on there. And this is what's really helped me not miss an assignment. And something great about it is after I'm done with something, I just go in here and then I press checkbox. So now let's talk about things that didn't go as planned and didn't really work for me with Notion. So first, for my school database, I love the calendar and I really wanted to use the table to really be able to see everything. And an idea that I had was for me to calculate what my GPA of the class without needing my teacher to put in the grades for me to see that. But that didn't really work because I go to a private school, I don't go to a public school, and I know the public schools here in Miami are a 4.0 scale. Basically, you get the grades based on a 4.0 scale. At my school, it's different, and each class is calculated differently. Some classes are out of points, some classes are out of percentages, so some things are worth a percentage, and they're always changing. And then I tried to put the grades, but that didn't really work. These are just test grades that I put in to see if they would actually play things out, but that didn't work out. So I have a whole school database, but this is my school homepage. It's not my everything homepage. And at the beginning of the year, I did a real homepage that had a section for school, so I could click on it and it would lead me to this, but I don't really use it. I don't know if it's because it's not aesthetic. I tried doing a vision board. That also didn't work. I wanted to be a Pinterest vibe to it, but I don't use this page. I wish I did because sometimes it's nice to not look at all the schoolwork you have to do, especially during winter vacation. I don't know. I have to really renovate this page to be able to use it because as of right now, it's not really working. Now going back to my homepage, I actually did not end up using the quick links for each class. APUSH, love it. I have a whole database for it. But if we go back to all the other ones, English, I didn't use it. I only have one assignment there. Portuguese has a lot of hands-on projects, which at first I was I'll just take a picture and put it here, but then that didn't really work. Broadcasting I do use, but it's not this broadcasting page. I do a separate one, which I'll show you how I managed to make that work. Algebra 2, again, I need to do the work on paper, but chemistry did not work at all because chemistry, we actually have to use this I'll show you. In chemistry, we have to use this notebook, which is super thick and has chem pages which have a yellow page under it. So I did not end up using that at all because everything has to be on this notebook. My life depends on this notebook. Let me just go through on how I use Notion to organize my life. Basically how I organize Notion. So start off with school database because I don't use my main database. It has Google Classroom link, my to-do list for the week, and I usually do use Saturday and Sunday. It's just because this was the week before winter break, so I didn't put anything to do for Saturday, Sunday. So I love having it played like this because I can visually see what I need to do throughout the week, and I can see if one day has more stuff versus the other. And that way, let's say I have to wash my hair. Let's say that takes an hour or 2 hours. I won't do it in a day that has more schoolwork, and I can visually see that. Quick links, notes, and random thoughts are great to be there because I can just jot everything down. Because I'm looking at the weekly to-do list to see what I have to do, if I put just random thoughts there, then my mind is gonna think think that I have to do more work. So I can't put random thoughts there. I have to put it on the notes and random thoughts thing. School database. I use this to turn stuff in. I can just check here, the checkbox. I'm like, oh, I turned it in. Like, we're all good, you know? Like, it's easy like that. So that's how I keep track of everything. And it's also satisfying to be able to check it off. Next, we have APUSH, which has every single thing for my assignment. I have the name of everything, and then I have the date that I did them because that helps too. And then I did like the property of what the assignments are. So if it's homework, notes in class, or articles. And I started in chapter 4 and 5 doing what chapters it is so that it's beneficial when looking back. And I have to go over and like add it to the first few chapters. I just haven't had the time. That helps too because that way I like keep track of everything and visualize it. Something that I started doing now is I'll have like a whole page with all the notes that I took for a specific unit for like a chapter. And then when I'm doing the test review, it's so easy to just like search up the person's name, like Jackson, and see all the notes I've ever had about that person. So that's really beneficial. And then I'm also saving the test reviews for the actual test. So when I'm in May, I can look at all the test reviews that I've done for all the units. That way I can review them. So I found that this works really well. Aside from APUSH, I do also use a lot Notion for video creating and for my broadcasting class. For YouTube, what I do is I have a video progress. And my video progress is basically like how I organize each video. First, let's start with backburners. So backburners are for the ideas that I have that are kind of random. They're not really for the time period in which I'm in, but I don't want to lose that idea, and this is where I put it. So it's in a back burner. So like, let's say I'm in winter break right now. Let's say I have like a back to school video idea. Whenever that comes, I have to do this video. Put it in the back burner. That way, whenever I'm like looking for like what to do, I'll like look in the back burner first. I'll be like, oh, I thought about this. I even forgot about it, but it's here. And then all the like the details I thought about are there. Then ideas for video. This is like ideas that I'm gonna do. Like I've already thought through them. Like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do right now. So those are more like a planning thing than a really like jot down brainstorming place. Then we have needs to be filmed. But videos that are need to be filmed are already on my calendar for when I'm gonna film them. Needs to be filmed is just a reminder that like this is what I'm doing. And then editing is just so that I can keep in check what I'm done and what I'm still need to finish. Then I have my video planner. And this, I feel like needs to be a little bit more organized. I started doing this in like October, I think. And it has the posting dates, the status of the video, and this is like the same thing as before. So if I move like from editing to post it, it's gonna move it here on the status. And then like the niche, because I love also like visualizing. I'm like, hey, if I'm gonna put an informational video, then maybe I could put like a book video after it. Like I just love playing it out like that. And then I do intend on being able to put the URL. I haven't yet, but I want to do that. That way I can like easily look back into it. Next, we go into my video process calendar, and this is just like an organization thing. I have like 3 things. I have edit, film, and post. So this is how I plan my YouTube stuff. Now let's go into how I plan my broadcasting video stuff. For my broadcasting class, I was voted EP, which is really cool, executive producer of the monthly show that we're doing. But that means that I have to like organize a monthly show and make sure that everything gets done. That means I have to really spend my time planning things out. So Notion is great for that. I did create this separate, like, it's kind of like a homepage for it. I have the weekly. Let's say I wanted to have a meeting on Tuesday with all the different leaders of the group. I would have like a team meeting doing advisory. Boom, there. Now I see, okay, Tuesday I have to have that meeting. This is just, I did not create this. This is just different templates of stuff that I could do. I just keep it there because I think it was already here and I didn't want to delete it because some of them are cool when I was thinking of maybe using it. This is also relatively new because we actually got the positions, I would say like a month ago. So this is still a little bit all over the place trying to see what works, but so far the weekly thing has worked. This has not worked. It looks cool. It looks aesthetic. I'm like, okay, I could probably use this, but I don't know how to, so I'm trying to think of like new things to put here. This is just like the anchors of the show that we did. It's kind of like a thumbnail to like my idea, so this is how like it looked. And then in here I had like all the dates of everything that we had to do, the episode rundown, so like how the video looks like. And then I took a screenshot of all the segments that are going to be in the video so I can visually see how it's going to play out. And then I just did like a few notes. I actually really like having like this here. I'm probably gonna do that for all the rest of the shows just so I can like see how it looks, like how the theme of it is. Because, for example, I wanted the December show to really be like a Christmassy, like holiday show. It doesn't just have like the Christmas tree. It has some holiday decorations in the back, and I really wanted to portray that, and I'm glad that that's being portrayed. This planning, I don't know, haven't really found a way to use it. And then the monthly show dates. For December, for example, I just had the due dates, like anchor start writing your script, filming day, December show posting, and then I had a winter break just so I can see that. Yeah, that's how I organize it. I really like how I've been able to organize my life through Notion, and how it's kind of like a really great website to just do whatever you want. Like, you can literally do so many things. I do want to improve my website because Notion is fairly new to me. I do want to like add some things like a reading list or like a habit tracker, getting there. But hopefully I'll post a video on how my Notion has improved. So that's it for today's video. Comment down below if you've used Notion, or if it's new to you and it's been helping you out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!